Let's talk about China's Belt and Road Initiative.
The most expensive infrastructure project in history.
The Belt and Road Initiative, a boom, a bust, or just a buzzword?
So, today, the Chinese economy is losing heat, its real estate is in a mess, and the Belt and Road Initiative is faltering. Beijing is in a desperate situation with many China watchers hinting that it could be the end of the Chinese century. Well, welcome back to another video on this channel. Namaste ji, kaise aap sab? And let us get started with this particular video.
An absolutely colossal project, which is scheduled to involve 60% of the world population.
China's dominance here in Sri Lanka cannot be ignored. This, its latest project, Sri Lanka's largest single foreign direct investment. And now, China is back again, offering Sri Lanka more million-dollar loans.
So Chinese President Xi had made a claim when he inaugurated the Belt and Road Initiative during his visit to Kazakhstan in 2013. He had projected the Belt and Road Initiative, also known as BRI, as the project of the century. And he had said that this particular project will link 2/3 of the global population.
Take an innovative approach and jointly build an economic belt along the Silk Road.
A decade later, Xi's BRI dream is still a dream. While it was said that this project will bring prosperity to nations linked with BRI, with China largely benefiting from it, the reality is that the project has seen nations faltering economically after joining the Chinese club. It took a decade, it took 10 years for the world to realize that the BRI, instead of being a development program, it is actually a Chinese loan scheme with hidden high exorbitant charges. China's BRI initiative has put countries like Sri Lanka, Laos and Pakistan on the path of economic disaster. Sri Lanka is the only Indian Ocean country so far to hand over an important asset after failing to repay Chinese loans. Interestingly, Sri Lanka, which was among the earliest supporters of BRI, has been one of the first victims of BRI debt trap. Colombo has been forced to give up a strategic foothold to China at Hambantota, which is a port on the southern coast of Sri Lanka that China had constructed under the BRI scheme.
What China's trying to do partly is to create a sort of web of interdependence. So it's telling other countries, look, you lack roads, you lack bridges, you lack railways, you lack power stations, a power grid. What we can do is come in, lend lots of money, and our companies can come in and build this for you, okay? But once countries become economically dependent on China, clearly there is then a geopolitical impact too.
During its course of time, the Hambantota port failed to generate any substantial revenue, and to get compensated for this, China gained the rights to operate and develop the port for next 99 years. That means that China will control the Hambantota port till 2116. Now, the predatory nature of BRI is becoming too obvious. Now, either the countries are refusing to join the BRI group, and those who had joined it earlier are lining up to leave the group. Brazil has recently decided not to join the group. Earlier, in December 2023, Italy also withdrew itself from BRI. Many African and Latin American nations are also opposing the BRI project.
The Belt and Road Initiative is about China's position in the world. It's their strategy to outshine everyone on the international stage. But some countries really don't like the idea of the Chinese calling the shots.
One major reason for BRI failing so badly is that China itself is facing an economic crisis. China's real estate is in a real trouble. China has a population of around 140 crore, but it has built housing for a population of 300 crores, almost double. There is too much of supply, but not enough demand to support the growth. Most of the countries that are also supposed to get benefits from the BRI scheme are now not in a position to repay the loans. China has bartered unpaid loans for equity, as has been the case in Sri Lanka and Laos. But loans that cannot be repaid means billions of dollars which have been flowing out of China. Well, that money is never coming back, or either will take too long to come. Today, the experts are hinting towards end of the Chinese century. The Chinese economy is built on speculation and everything is over leveraged. No one knows anything about China. Every piece of information is unreliable. Every piece of information is partial or distorted. No one knows the true size of the economy, since the local government will never report the accurate numbers. We also do not know the extent of the bad loans which the banks are facing, because Chinese banks do not reveal them either. The BRI project was born on the map, and it seems that with all likelihood it will end up on map itself, and probably the BRI project, the Belt and Road Initiative, will never see the light of the day. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.